Hey everybody, here to discuss some plot holes from the entire Fast and Furious franchise. So, let's get started. First up, we have from the Fast and Furious in 2001. Why would Johnny Tran need to purchase stolen gray market engines? Cars that use the Nissan SR20 motor are sold legally in the North American market, making the Nissan SR20 motor readily available at any Nissan dealership, or even if he was referring to a Japan Euro market variant, he would have no trouble importing them instead of having to use a fence. Johnny Tran and his gang recognized Brian and Dom in Brian's car, which isn't Dom's, so they wouldn't recognize it. So how did they know he was in it? The last one from this series, or from this movie, when Johnny Tran says, "I'll see you in the desert next month, be ready to have your ass handed to you," Dom replies, "You better have more than that crotch rocket," but the bike Johnny was riding is faster than any car shown throughout the entire movie. On to the Too Fast, Too Furious from 2003. In the turbocharged prelude, we see the now rogue Brian O'Connor on national news, including reported sightings of him. It seems odd that a crime lord of Verone's standing wouldn't have watched the news for the past few months and simply recognize O'Connor when he sees him. Our next plot hole is from Fast and Furious 2009. Brian's Paul Walker reason for not turning in the money to the FBI after the drug run is that Braga will just continue to run drugs without the loss affecting him. In the same conversation, when told by his boss that Braga will not show up for the exchange, Brian tells him that he can't afford not to. Now on to some Fast 5 plot holes. Reyes has no reason to open his safe the first time we see it. He asks whether all of his money is in his safe as if he wasn't present when the money was previously deposited off-screen. He's supposed to be the only one who can open his safe. Another one from Fast 5. Brian shoots Zizi. We see a wrecked Toyota Sequoia and Mitsubishi Pajero, which belong to Rey's henchmen. However, we never see Dom use the vault to destroy these two vehicles. Our next plot holes are from Fast and Furious 6, 2013. Throughout the film, Shaw is portrayed as a rational but ruthless arms dealer who kills when necessary, a failed employee, someone whose death will advance his scheme, or collateral damage, but not one only. During the tank chase, his persona morphs inexplicably into a psychopathic murderer, intent on causing many deaths to innocent bystanders as he can, and he appears to be enjoying it. Another one. After Letty and Dom's street race, he talks about the first time they met, during his first street race at the age of 15. Though in the first movie, The Fast and the Furious, Maya tells Brian that Letty and Dom have known each other their whole life as they lived in the same neighborhood, but Dom only showed interest in her at the age of 16. Last one for this movie. When Dom and Shaw talk face to face, and the night after the street race between Dom and Letty, Dom offers Shaw a deal. "I walk away when she walks away," implying that he and his crew would stop hunting Shaw if Letty quit his team. Yet in the first London meeting between Hobbs and all of Dom's crew, it was clearly stated by Hobbs that the objectives for them were to hunt Shaw and bust his mission, and not only bring back Letty to Dom's side. Besides, in the same meeting, Brian and Dom had bargained with Hobbs so that if they hunted and busted Shaw, Hobbs would manage to grant them pardon for their crimes. Did Dom forget about keeping the agreement he made with Hobbs when he offered a deal to Shaw? Or was he keeping his promise and lying deliberately to Shaw? Next plot holes are from Fast and Furious 7, 2015. When attacking the bus, the side-mounted guns are so powerful that they knock one car off the road, but they cannot even break the windshield of Brian's car. Another one is, although only one car is mentioned as bulletproof, all the cars somehow manage to repel all bullets, including high-caliber minigun fire. The Eye of God can communicate with every electronic device on the planet, but the crew needs to be within 2 miles to connect to it to hack it. As long as they have an internet connection, they should be able to contact it from anywhere. Location does not matter. The team will walk away from major crashes, down a cliff, into a helicopter head-to-head collision, with minor scratches or no injuries at all. And that's it for the Fast and Furious plot holes. Thanks for listening, and be sure to subscribe. Thanks. See you next time.